A few centuries ago, people used to worship and idolize gods. They would worship the gods, pray to them, and build temples and statues in their honor. However, a long time has passed since then. These days, people idolize and worship something else entirely. They are now dubbed celebrities, from singers, actors, TV presenters, athletes, and politicians. We all want to be like them in one way or another. A lot of us dream and fantasize about living a different and better life, and reading about celebrities, watching them on TV, or following them on Instagram and other social media platforms makes us feel as if we're participating in their glory. We feel close to them, as if they're our friends or family, and this makes us happy. And in slowly doing that, some of us have gone to a greater extent of emulating their extravagant lifestyle beyond our financial capability. Unless you have a good job with a high salary or have developed excellent personal savings habits, purchasing luxury consumer goods can be a financial burden. Many consumers who purchase luxury goods do not have the financial means to do so. One explanation for this is that many consumers do not act rationally or in their best financial interests. As a result, many end up broke or in some cases bankrupt. So, to help you out here, in today's video, we'll be shining a light at 5 expensive lifestyle habits that are draining your bank account. 1. Cancel your gym membership. In Egypt, it's very common to see people putting the Gold's Gym car badge on their cars, even if they never go to the gym. Because Gold's Gym is almost 3 times more expensive than any other gym in Egypt, people display this sign to show that they belong to that elite group of people who can afford such expensive membership fees. Getting a gym membership is probably the first thing that comes to mind when you think about how to start a workout routine. Let me paint you a picture of what will inevitably occur. You agree to pay a lot of money in the name of fitness and well-being. You go to the gym every other day for several weeks feeling determined. Then, you have a particularly busy week and have to miss it. You don't go to the following week because you're not feeling well. Your entire schedule is jam-packed, you know. You go to the gym maybe once a week, but you tell yourself it's worthwhile. This is for your own good. Suddenly, it's been 2 months. You've been there maybe twice, and your money has been squandered. This is why, among other things, I believe you should cancel your gym membership and start doing something else right away. And come to think of it, at the gym, you probably only use one piece of equipment. Examine your gym workout. Do you make a beeline for the treadmill and then leave? You may be wasting money if you don't use your gym's classes or equipment, or if you don't ask trainers for assistance. Instead of paying $50 a month to use a treadmill, save that money and buy a piece of home gym equipment, or simply go for a run or a walk outside. You also belong to a studio. Having a favorite yoga, Pilates, or bar studio that you pay a lot of money for on top of your gym membership can mean spending huge amounts of money on fitness fees in a year. If you're a studio rat but haven't been as excited about your gym in a while, it might be time to cancel your membership. Rather than feeling obligated to go to the gym, find creative ways to supplement your studio going with these cheap exercising tips. You probably already have the necessary tools, and if you don't, home essentials are inexpensive. And once you have a few basics, you'll be ready to work out at any time of the day. Of course, working out at home is dependent on a variety of factors, such as whether you'll stick with it or you'll wake up your entire apartment complex. But if you have everything you need at home, why waste money on a gym membership? 2. Expensive kitchenware. Some people believe that buying expensive pots and pans is a good idea. And for a lot of them, the price tag is usually a sign of quality. They believe in the notion that more expensive cookware will be more durable and provide a more pleasant experience. On the other end of the spectrum, there are those who believe that cheap cookware can be just as good as more expensive ones. After all, it's not the cookware you use that determines the quality of your cooking. It's your cooking skills that make the difference. If we're to compare cookware on matters to do with durability, non-stick cookware does not last as long, so it makes little sense to spend so much money on something that will need to be replaced in a short period of time. Even high-end brands have issues with peeling and flaking interior coating. So if you have the funds, invest in cookware that's been proven to last. After all, it's function you're looking after, so go for something that works over style to avoid disappointment. Some people buy cookware for the looks and display the pieces in their kitchen, forgetting that even expensive cookware loses their shine and shows stains after a while. If you're particular about style and appearance, you're probably better off with mid-range pieces that are less expensive to replace, once they show signs of wear and tear. 3. Buying brand name products. From fancy mascara, expensive skincare that won't reverse your impending signs of aging, to logo and brand emblazoned clothing that will seem passé a year later, among other brand products. The question is, why do people pay all this money for a brand? It's because this brand helps those people satisfy an important psychological need. People who say that they don't or don't like to show off clearly have no understanding of the psychology of a human being. Every person in the world has two important psychological needs that motivate he or she to take actions: the need to show off and the need to feel important. The second powerful psychological drive is the ego, or the desire to feel important and worthy. Each person in the world, even those who lack self-esteem, have a part inside of them telling them that they are important and worthy. So people are now looking for any external tool that can help them send this message because they want others to acknowledge it as well. And this is where brands come in. For example, what makes a man want to drive a Rolls-Royce? Is it because it's convenient? Is it because it's comfortable? Or is it because he or she likes the way it looks? My well-educated guess would be that they are buying the Rolls-Royce to demonstrate to others that they are wealthy, successful, important, and deserving, and that they belong to a particular social class. Advertising has a greater impact on us than we realize. Every day we're exposed to approximately 5,000 advertisements. Every advertisement conveys the same message: if you buy what we're selling, your life will be better. And we begin to believe this messaging after hearing it so many times, and from so many different angles. This is not an all-out attack on the marketing industry. This is simply a reminder that their messaging has a greater impact on us than we realize. 4. Buying more than you require. We've all seen celebrities buying multiple sport and convertible cars, several mansions, having a collection of expensive watches, and rocking the latest iPhone or Galaxies of the day. Have you ever wondered why? Well, it's a psychological bias that we believe these things will provide us with security. Our logic goes as follows. If owning some material possessions provides us with security, a roof, clothing, and reliable vehicle, then owning excess will undoubtedly provide us with even more security. However, once our most basic needs are met, the actual security derived from physical possessions is far less stable than we believe. They all perish, deteriorate, or fade. They can also vanish faster than we realize. The second reason is, it should make us happy, we believe. Nobody would ever admit that they seek happiness through material possessions, but that could not be further from the truth. All you have to do is take a look at your house and your possessions. We buy bigger houses, faster cars, cooler technology, and more fashionable clothing, in the hope that it will make us happier. Unfortunately, happiness derived from excess physical possessions is at best fleeting. We're hoping to make an impression on others, and envy quickly becomes a driving force for economic activity in a wealthy society. Once our basic needs have been met, consumption must become about more than just needs. It becomes an opportunity to share our wealth, importance, and financial success with the rest of the world. We are more self-centered than we would like to admit. It can be difficult to admit that the human spirit is hardwired for selfishness and greed, but history appears to support us. We strive to expand the size of our personal kingdom by acquiring more and more items. Throughout history, this has been accomplished through the use of force, coercion, deception, and warfare. Unfortunately, selfishness persists in our world and in our lives even today. Excessive material possessions do not add value to our lives. Buying things we don't need, on the other hand, prevents us from reaping some wonderful life-giving benefits. We would be wise to recognize the cause and become vigilant in our efforts to overcome it. The reality is there's more joy to be found in owning less than can ever be discovered in pursuing more. 5. Constantly updating your wardrobe. We love to watch pretty people who wear pretty clothes. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is check your YouTube history. Even if they don't admit it, most people have an unconscious desire to be famous and popular. When they admire famous and popular people, they feel as if they're associated with them and a part of their lives. With such admiration, most of us end trying to keep up with celebrity fashion styles, purchasing every designer's outfit they grace the red carpet with, from designer shoes, jewelry, bags, suits, and dresses. And the sad part is most of the time they may not be our taste of fashion, thus end up taking a lot of space in our wardrobes. We're doing our best to make up for our shortcomings. We make the mistake of looking for confidence in our clothing. We buy unnecessary items to compensate for loss, loneliness, or heartbreak. Material things provide us with fulfillment, and we try to impress others with our possessions, rather than with who we are. However, these activities will never completely satisfy our needs. The majority of the time, they simply prevent us from addressing them at all. We are envious of those who have more possessions. Comparison appears to be a natural state of human beings. We pay attention to what other people buy and wear. These comparisons are encouraged in our society. And all too often we buy things we don't need, simply because others in our social circles have done so. A culture obsessed with praising excess will always misinterpret true success. The bottom line is we don't have to keep up with celebrity lifestyle just so we can feel how they do. People buy luxury goods for a variety of reasons. Nearly all these reasons are related to the strong emotions that we attach to the purchase of expensive material goods. Whether or not a consumer is in a financial position that allows them to be able to purchase a financial item, they may decide to purchase it anyway, in order to achieve a certain feeling. Well folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the video interesting. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. With that said, have a great week and see you in the next one.